Hello there, everybody. I'm on. We're on. 1 second. I'll put us on full screen just for a second so we can get the sponsors on that. Welcome to the Heat Army podcast. There's a lot to talk about. Before we go any further, as ever, thank you to, yes, I'm pointing the right way. I've learned. It only took a couple of years. Northern Print Solutions for their continued sponsorship over 10 years. They've been helping us broadcast. And of course, Patrick as well for getting behind the show. And subscribe. We've had quite a few new ones come along. Welcome. We hope you're enjoying the show. Tell your friends and we'll get more people involved. But I'll get me off full screen. But before I do that, look, I've linked up another camera. Hello. I like me toys, boys. How are you doing?
You love your gadgets, don't you? You love your gadgets.
Well, it is because I've bought some new. I'll show you for when we do the 400 show. 400 show, everybody. I've got better little HDMI leads for cameras, so we're going to have a 3-camera setup down at the schooner. So on November 9th, come along, join us. It's going to be a TV show. These will all be on. You can get your questions in. We're hoping to get someone from the club. We haven't had any confirmation yet. We've put the feelers out, so hopefully it'll be a great show. But everything raised on the night, of course, goes to GFC Ladies and the Gateshead Foundation, split between them. And GFC Ladies, we're going to be having 2 guests on from them later on. But lads, the Rob Elliot era has started. First half against Rover, we thought there'd be 2 games to be talking about today. Of course, the Chesterfield game.
We'll talk about the Chesterfield thing because
we'll get into that. Obviously, of course, if anyone's been living under a rock or they're just finding out about the podcast, Chesterfield, of course, was postponed on Saturday morning. No surprise. Storm Babette ripped through, and it was torrential floods in Chesterfield, and heart goes out to anyone that is seriously affected by that, because they're not going to be in the houses for Christmas, young families and things like that. So horrendous football always going to come second. So that delayed Rob Elliott's era starting. That said, Tuesday night, first half we didn't particularly play bad. It wasn't, but Rochdale took the chances. But that second half performance was absolutely fantastic. Me and Davey watched it. Mickey was there, and we want to know if you were there or if you watched it. Send in all your messages. There's loads coming in, so I'll just get straight into the lads, and then we'll bring up the messages shortly. But Mickey, you were there on Tuesday evening. Oh, do you want to talk about Chesterfield first?
Yeah, I just definitely want. I mean, how Chesterfield could expect all them road closures. We were getting warned off the police up here not to travel. People getting the train tickets cancelled at several stations, and they wanted to go. Fair enough, the pitch might have been playable. How the hell were they going to get 6,000 plus through on one road, in and out?
Well, Mickey, you told me on Friday that it was going to be cancelled. On Friday, that was you. You were saying it's going to be off. You know what I mean?
In fairness, though, obviously the emergency services down there would have been run off their feet, and the football match was probably the last thing on the priority for them to get round and say, look, we're kind of as we're doing all this. It would have been nice to have earlier communication, but hey, it is what it is. It's frustrating.
If it had been the other way around, we would have been called tin pot and bottled it.
Yeah,
that's true.
You know how fine we would have been. There would be the tin pot club, take points off them. We could have played the game.
I'm hoping that no one travelled. I'm hoping no one got underway. I suspect it might be, but
we've got lots of messages coming in here, of course. Keep sending them in. Everyone's put evening all. My daughter on my wife's Facebook's put good evening, lads. She's behind us. Just put a message in.
No tea towels coming this way.
Yeah, we've got hello all. Great comeback against Rochdale. Made even more Twitter page buzzing. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it was absolutely fantastic, the second half performance. But Mickey, you were down there in the flesh. Me and Davey were watching it. Let us know, because we've seen posts by Rochdale fans saying that Gator fans were fantastic, as I got someone just creeping into my shoulder there. I mean, on the stream, it sounded like the Gator fans were in absolutely fantastic voice. You could hear us all the way through.
Definitely. I'm not sure how many was down there, 120 or 150, maybe it's a little few more. But if Rob, Margs and Louis were under any illusions about whether Gateshead fans are behind them, I think they learned on Tuesday night that we're right behind them. onto the game. I mean, first half, we're 2-0 down. I don't think we've done anything particularly wrong. The second goal, you can say we've got caught square, but like I was saying off air, I watched the highlights so many times.
I mean, Henderson. Was it? He scored 150 goals or close to that for Rochdale. He might be 38, but he knows where to be. He knows how to time a run.
I think there was some slow reaction times there.
We were having a little discussion there before we came on, and bar Louis' story turning and clotheslining them, I don't know what much else he could have possibly done.
I just think the whole defence got caught square. It's a good ball over the top. Archie's made a cracking save. It could have went anywhere. Unfortunately, it went straight to Henderson's head.
Yeah.
But we've had chances as well. I'm not sure if Story's goal was offside. 9 times out of 10.
We
never saw that again, did we?
They didn't show any replay of that on the stream, so that was frustrating. It would have been nice to have seen it.
Does it do that deliberately if it's contentious? Like if they think it's going to, because obviously, Mickey, as you said, you asked us was it offside, and we were like, "Whoa, it's got to have been close."
I've got to admit, I mean, obviously I've got gated specs on, but to me, it didn't look as if he made the run round the back and the ball's broken and he's reacted to it first.
Yeah.
But I really don't know if he was offside. Denanga should have scored from the header. When it hit the crossbar. We had the first chance with Werney, and then they've got the 2 goals. I mean, that Keane Hayes, like I said off air, he was like the road runner. We were just expecting beep beep anyway. I mean, he left 3 of our players, and it was a cracking save by May.
Yeah.
And you come away, and I'm thinking, people are saying that was a crap first out. I was thinking, well, I don't know if we actually done anything wrong.
Mm-hmm. No, I think it was just
you juggle him or whatever he's called. What a strike that is!
Oh yeah, I mean, you could be critical and say that we didn't close him down, but even if you did, he hit it that sweet. It was going straight in the top corner.
I was sitting away and thinking, out with Dave with that.
Yeah.
But complete contrast in the second half, though, lads.
Second half, I think everyone probably thought we need an early goal. We got that, and then after that, we just won every second ball. We were like a rash in Rochdale's half.
I would love to see the possession stats of that second half because we just dominated. We dominated. So.
It was
what a strike! We were right in the bottom corner, opposite end of the ground, and it wasn't until I got the video of you lads that I realised it was Francis who'd scored. I mean, what a strike that is!
I mean, as soon as it left his boot, it was straight in. You could see I mean, I had said to the lads the keeper was planted for it, but he wasn't. It moved that quick, and then he reacted. But I mean,
another good goal of a season for the competition, isn't it? But listen, I think at half time we're 2-0 down. If someone had said, we'll give you a draw now, you would have snapped the hands off. But actually, at the final whistle, I was actually disappointed we didn't actually win it because we had chances.
Well, that was the performance of the second half, the character that was shown, and of course. You do worry when there's a manager leaves and a new manager takes over. Yes, it's the same players. Yes, they want to play the same way. And you think to yourself, oh, well, are they going to take on board what's been said to them by the new man? And obviously they've had respect for him before he came in because he's obviously in and around the team. And they came out that second half. And from the get-go, we were like, just out the traps and away and at them. And the tempo... The character in which we played as well, because the referee got very card happy in the second half, which was
he did,
and it wasn't that type of game either. It wasn't that type of game, and he made a precedent. He made a rod for his own back because he give a yellow, and then he had every tackle after that was just yellow, and you thought, oh god. And then Denanga was leaving a little bit in, he was being faced there, and you're worried about that. But look, the lad. Come out, they played some beautiful stuff around the box. The only thing I think we said at half-time, Davey, when we were talking to each other, was that we were hoping to be a bit more direct in the final third in and around the box, because yes, we like to pass it around, but we kind of did that. Once they got the gap, they took the shot instead of trying to pass it a little bit further in the box, and that's the difference, and it was lovely. Someone's put, Mickey, can you turn your audio up? Mickey, we need you to lift that mic up towards your mouth.
Hello.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what, he got card happy. I don't know if anyone saw that Ollie was sent off.
Yeah, on Sky and on BBC, it made out that we had 2 players sent off, which was a little. Sorry, we had Ollie sent off, which
sent
was.
Off, aye. That's right. Bianca got a little bit hot-headed, I thought, for a couple of minutes where he was a bit lucky. I think other referees could have given him that second yellow and made him walk. But anyway,
I know. So we've got messages coming in here. We've got Andy.
That offside goal, we'll never know. It'd be lovely to see.
Character of this team shows solid point under the new leadership. And we've got.
I think you mentioned it, David. It's character, isn't it?
It is, and to see 129 fans. We mentioned that just before when we were building up there. You could hear on the stream all the way through. It sounded like those, 500 or 1,000 there. All you could hear was fans singing, and in that
never stopped. I could. I mean,
well, at one stage, Mickey, at one stage, I thought it was the Rochdale fans because it was that loud, and I was thinking, is that the Rochdale fans singing? And I was like, oh no, it's our lads. So got quality back in that, like
really was.
What's that, Carly? That linesman on the left-hand side.
Oh yeah,
got that flag for his birthday.
Well, he was very late. I mean, I know he was.
I was going to strangle him.
It's the new rules, though, isn't it? It's the new rules about offsides, isn't it? I don't like it, but you've got to keep your flag down until the guy touches it. But of course, it's several seconds later, and it's a farce, really.
It really is. I mean, the commentators said that the Rochdale bench was starting to get a little bit knocked by it as well. But talking about the commentators, what this was mentioned, they said that the commentary team said on Tuesday Archie Mayer might be recalled. News to me. I'm not keeping up on all things Norwich. Apparently, they've got a goalkeeper crisis at the moment, so hopefully he doesn't get recalled. But also as well, at the same turn, they did say he may get a call up for England one day, which being a proud Scotsman.
I can see Archie Mayer loving that, like, can you?
So linesman very flag happy he gave offside from a goal kick in the second half. Yeah, he did. That was farcical.
Did you see that, Mickey? Did you notice? Pick that up. A complete mistake. Like,
it's a family show, and Liv's kids make me listen, but I'm not telling you what I called them.
Well, he had to give a drop ball because of the mistake being made by the linesman waving for offside from the goal kick. So
yeah, I mean, he wasn't the worst referee, but our set of officials weren't the worst, but they weren't the best. They got through it all right. And look, the lads went out there and gave everything, and I think that shows. Hopefully, they can carry that on into Saturday, which we'll talk about coming up. We've got Fylde at home, but yeah,
I think overall we're happy, aren't we? All three of us. Look, and I'm sure the Heat Army. Everyone,
like I said, I would have
happy with a point
before I left.
Yeah. So, point away at Rochdale. Yes, take it.
Mr. Luke's got an opinion here. I'm not sure I agree. But he goes, sorry to say, but the first half was was awful, especially from us. But in the second half, much improved. I don't think we were awful in the first half. I think the second half was
the game different ways,
Certainly do. I mean, we're not going to chastise anybody. I wouldn't agree.
Yeah, we had a couple of chances. That could have been a different first half, if one of them had gone in, So,
well,
that's football, and that's why we'll love it, isn't it? Everyone's got a different opinion, and it's great.
Everyone's invited to send their messages in.
Exactly.
What he's been talking about so far, only just been able to join. We've been talking about that Mickey has got a massive tattoo on his back of Rob Elliot's beard. Nothing else, just the beard. So,
no, I haven't. I got Rob Elliot's beard over me back.
Oh my God! Hey, this is a family show.
On that note, that one backfired on us, didn't it? Congratulations.
I've got to say one thing about Rochdale, lads. The pies. Oh my God.
Were they good?
Oh, amazing.
Come on, then spill the beans. What was it like?
Hang on, can I just say a side note?
Gravy.
I bet they're not as good as Dixon pies. That's what we're going to say.
Absolutely.
One well done to Boiler Sports.
Good as Steely Celtics cottage pies.
Yeah, he's got his 1,500 subscribers. Chucks them our way. I put a lucky quote on at half time on Tuesday. had to sweat it on living room, but it's got the job done. Oh, that's good. I like that.
Johnny, you're gonna have to good luck next April and May. Get wearing that coat.
And you have to when we're at Wembley twice in May. Yeah, wink, wink. Wear that coat.
Hey lads, do you have any superstitions on match day?
If we win, I try to wear the same clothes I did the last time.
The same pants.
He was
washed. Hang on, Mickey, is that washed?
He was stinking in the promotion season.
No. Hadn't changed them. Like if I can out in a polo shirt and my jumper, in a certain coat, in the jeans and my shoes, I'll try to wear that the next week.
Yeah.
But
I've tried all sorts. And
how are Heath fans? I bet there's some quirky ones out there. Come on, Heath fans, let us know.
Get your superstitions in.
Match day superstitions.
I've tried them all, and some. It gets so far down the line and it guns pop. So
yeah. So I see Mr. Luke's put there. The linesman was incredibly late every time, but it's for new rules, isn't it? You see it in the Premiership, and obviously our games. You know,
is it just me with getting older and realizing more, or is the rules being changed a lot more now than what they were back in the day?
Every season now, there's like major changes, isn't it?
Yeah, they're making changes for the Premier League.
Mm-hmm.
And it comes down to us, and someone's gonna get hurt with these thingies. You're not touching the ball because someone's gonna get the ball and someone's gonna get closed down and end up with a broken foot or
that's what that's what the commentators Mickey was saying at the on Tuesday night. They were saying that exact thing. You know, instead of the offside flag going straight up, there's then a challenge because you're challenging for the ball, and then it's
Well, also the commentators as well. I know, sorry about that, everyone. I meant to put them on earlier. That one looked like it was going in, that one there early on. But no, they said as well, the players are exerting more energy. And it was a good point, you know, the defenders are closing down, the attackers are still, you know, charging forward.
Beep. Yeah,
there he goes. He was pretty good.
I'm glad he didn't go second half.
Yeah, great save. A
bit more composure there.
He went missing, didn't he, in the second half? But
thankfully.
Well, I think all of Rochdale went missing in the second half.
Certainly did. But you know, I'm not going to complain too much about that. But Denanga here.
I just wish someone had been.
No one there.
I know. No, it was an enjoyable one. People still sending the messages. For some reason, the deal seemed quiet. Yeah, we're not having the best of time, are they, at the minute? They're playing teams that they probably would have thought would be beat. That's a beautiful strike.
Great goal,
I mean, to be fair, when I was speaking to some of the Rochdale fans outside the ground and before and after the game, they were saying they just keep letting leads slip.
Yeah.
Right. You said they were a good set of lads, didn't you, Mickey? The fans you spoke to?
Most of them I spoke to were a really good bunch.
Right. Yeah.
Like I say,
it's nice.
Not when I want to blame ex-football league teams, but sorry, so that's quite refreshing for ex-football league teams.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It's nice, and that's the way it should be. You know what I mean? It's go away, and you can have a bit of chat and banter and that, and it's long may it continue with Rochdale. Have a good, friendship with them. But Denanga, I say that was a great save there. Offside flag came up on that one, but that one still looked dubious for an offside decision as well, by the way.
That was tight.
But we've got a message from the beautiful and handsome James Rushmore, who I believe's in for the next James Bond. There we go. In he comes, Henderson. He keeps going, doesn't he? He's like an Energizer bunny, 38 years old, still banging them in.
Mr. Rushmore.
Well, this is what we haven't mentioned this yet. The Rochdale manager said some lovely things about our team afterwards.
Yeah.
Nice of him to say that. Obviously, Mickey, you were on about it. I'll let you talk about it.
Well, I put the interview up on our WhatsApp group, but I watched it, and basically Jim Mantle, he said he's trying to get a dossier of all the teams, and he says about all the teams he's watched, he always thought this game was going to be really threatening, and he says it doesn't matter where Gateshead finish, he thinks we're the best team in the league by a mile.
Wow.
It's lovely comments, isn't it?
But there's a lot of opposing managers now saying that.
90% of teams or fans or managers have said We are by far the best footballing team that's been there.
Hang on, there we go. See if we can get. I don't know if there's going to be a replay on this. Let's see if there is. Coming in here. There he looked, but you don't know when the ball was. When
the ball was knocked, I'm not sure.
I'll try.
He's run though. Look who's run.
He's curved. He's
when the ball's hit. That's tight. Let's get far.
Oh, hey. Look at the analysis you're getting here on the Heat Army podcast. Look at that. I know when to press pause at the right time.
Look at that.
Yeah.
He bloody looks on side. And anyway.
I know. But
that's a different angle.
We'll get straight back into it. And Lofthouse seemed to have a good game. He seems to be slotting in very well. And what a run this is.
He looked really good, didn't he? Yeah. He looked superb. Yeah, I mean, he's really comfortable on the ball, isn't he? Really confident and comfortable.
He looked as if he was the one where the flag kept going up for.
Mm. Yeah. That's just his pace, isn't it? You know what I mean? Just taking him in.
I mean, I think he's a really good player. I really do. And I thought that was his poorest game, and he still played half decent. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But by the way, we talked about managers. You talked about managers and talking about how good we are and stuff. I think the only one in the entire division who must look at that and think what you're talking about is probably Woking. Every year they must think, what are you talking about? Get to the rubbish.
We've got some controversy here.
I like it.
Hang on, Super Pie on Coatsy Road. He's saying it's not as good as it used to be. Oh, here we go. Look at that. Oof.
Look at that. What a goal.
Unbelievable. That.
Pick that out.
I'll never tire watching that. I mean, we're talking.
Mickey, how many times have you watched that goal?
I watched it about 2-3 times at the match itself, just to make sure I was seeing what I was seeing. And then I've watched about 7 times since I come back.
Just makes it look easy.
Just an absolute pearler.
He makes it look easy, though, doesn't he? It's just like
that's, you couldn't get any more top bins if you tried.
No. Yeah. But it's not like backlift, is it? The backlift's so short, and he just hits it beautifully.
It's like he's just give it some swaz with it, just on the edge of his foot, where your toes
save.
That was a good save. Like I thought he maybe should have scored it, but looking at the keeper, he did well.
He just got back into balance as well when he got the hit.
I was just about to say that, Davey, because it's like from a second where he's got through and he regains his balance to try and lift it out of the keeper.
Mm-hmm.
And on another day, he does score it. You know what I mean?
He did well to try and lift it as well. You know, that was the right move there.
Oh,
it's in.
My stepfather said the keeper should have saved that, but I think it's the way he's hit it. It's like arced away from the keeper, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think the defender was probably unsightly for him as well, wasn't he?
Like a big Kent. Look at Big Kent. He knew where the camera was, and Al didn't need to celebrate with Jack.
He knew. Watch the defender. Is he blocking the?
Oh no! Keeper should have done better. But I'm not going to complain. He hit it strong.
How late does he see it?
I was in the wind, and they were having to go at someone on corners, and they were saying you're going to cry in a minute. So I'm wondering if it was Kenton to do that.
Yeah.
Aye.
I mean, I would say the game was carried on much in that vein. Unfortunately, we couldn't get it across the line, but we've got lots of messages coming in. Obviously, we've got guests coming soon, so I'll remove that. Superstitions, lads. People have been sending them in. We've got Boiler Sports. He's put superstitions to make a thumbnail for a video before a goal, and we always win. But after making after the game, we always lose. Neil Robinson says superstition: never watch a Heat game entirely sober. Sam has put his match's superstition is to sit in the top corner of the stand.
Same seat.
Same seat. Have we got any more? We've got obviously great comeback. Says Sam penalty Francis goal, contender for goal of the season.
Good goals.
Andy's saying the ref gave more cards than my mum. That's a good one.
My mum at Christmas.
Number 18 was incredible for Rochdale. Deserved his man of the match. That's what I was who was your man of the match on that one, lads? Because Mickey asked that just before we came on there. And
he was a bit cryptic guy. What was the general chatting this way? And Mickey,
I'll let you two have yours, and I'll say mine.
I don't know. We didn't discuss it. I wasn't sort of thinking about man of the match. It's not an easy one.
For me, I'd probably give it to Francis.
Yeah.
He was passing.
I don't think it was any really outstanding performance by an individual.
It was an amazing team effort.
Yeah. The grafted. You know what I mean? The grafted for the result. What are you going for, Mickey? Lofthouse.
No, I went for Kenton Richardson.
Richardson?
Yeah. Was.
Took his goal well.
Steve Farnfield says he still wears the same underkegs that we wore after our 2-1 defeat at Murphy. It's only the skid marks holding them together, I believe.
God.
That was class. That was when Mickey Pig was standing with knee top on, and Mickey Pig was a big lad.
Mm-hmm.
And this young lad rode past with his bike, and he says to his mates, "Look at that." I can't do well, shall I apologise? He says, "Look at that fat beep stood there. Should put a top on."
We've got Charles Waff. His superstition is to check again that he has a memory card in his camera. Yeah, it's the best one, the best way to be. We got what's that? Even when we played Rochdale in the FA Cup back in 2018, the fans spoke well and wished us well in the league. They did. They say nice bunch down there. And that was Murphy in 1993. So them are really. It's the 14 skid mark, which is the one that's holding them together. that's the link.
Had a centre spread in the gated post, if I remember rightly, for that one, lad.
What, for his underpants?
No, for the whole day. What do you call it? Steve Johnson and he writes for the.
I know what you mean. Yeah, been really impressed with Lofthouse so far. Says Christopher Storm.
Yeah,
we've got to about nothing beats the Achilles pie. Sorry, lads.
Killing with.
It must be a Kilmarnock fan. Yeah. Oh, if it's a Scotch pie, honest, that time I went up to Queen of the South. Honest,
you can't whack a Scotch pie. I love Scotch pies.
I could whack a Scotch pie if I chucked it up in the end.
Not a big fan.
I love a Scotch pie.
Not a big fan.
Praise. We've got here the Heat goal of the season competition is going to be so far as ridiculous.
It is.
It's going to be on a roll of wallpaper. That's how bad it's getting.
Yeah. Where does Andy's? But where does Dan travel from for every match? He must run up the air miles. He travels from home.
He travels from home. Dan does good. Like he travels all over. Dedicated.
People in agreement with Mickey Kenton, man of the match.
Yeah.
There we go. There's quite a few coming in. Man of the match there, Kenton. We go. Ed Francis for me. So superstition we got here. What's this? We got evening lads. How he is doing tonight? We're doing all right, Gordon. David's put same Heat shirt and extra layers in the winter for Tuesday night games. Yeah, it's gonna have to start to wrap up. Cool. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna start to get a bit colder now down at the
nippy.
I had my Army podcast hat on Tuesday night. Lovely.
Good lad.
Good. We're still hoping to hear from Patrick about our warm winter coats because it's getting cold, Patrick. It's getting cold.
So, you want to live on an island off the East Coast?
I know. One of our guests we've got lined up in the background there. He's got a beautiful gilet, and I'm hoping we can get a podcast one because that would keep us looking very trim. But before we bring in our first guest, we're going to play a little advert for our socials, and as I say, we'll be back in a second with our first guest. Just before we bring our guest in, I want to say to the EFL, stop flagging our videos saying that they own the content. Now, everything we put in this content, we're either allowed to use by the club or it's our own content and nothing ever used from anybody else. And the EFL, since Mike Williamson's went to Milton Keynes Dons, we've had videos flagged up saying that the EFL owns the copyright to our videos. The bloody don't. and I'm getting a bit sick of it. Not that they're even going to see this, but I just need to get it off my chest. The EFL can, I'll tell you, there's not even a mention of MK Dons in anything that they've flagged up. The old videos from last season, which is ridiculous. So it just shows you how stupid the EFL.
Is it like match videos? Is it like highlights of the match? No. What are the videos?
It was us talking over the 37 pass goal with Mark.
Yeah.
Flagged up, and they flagged up another one as well. And we didn't mention MK Dons. They were still at the club. There was no mention of MK Dons.
Liv,
yeah.
Can you tell me if Poppy and Tabitha are asleep, please? Because if not, the EFL's going to get told.
Yeah, right. Well, it's time to bring in our first guest. We've got another one joining us very shortly. But we've got Carl, the Gateshead. Oh, look at that room. He's got it all set up, hasn't he?
Oh, it's looking good, that Carl.
Thought you would have had the Steely on, just to wind us up. But how are you doing, Carl?
Well, are you cold?
Well, I was going to say, I was going to put the Geely on. I'm saving on heating, the game, Mickey. So
you look like bloody Nanook of the North, sitting there with a woolly hat on and that.
Heating only goes on when the kids are here. Otherwise, I'm not wasting on myself.
Saving the pennies.
Well, before we go any further, we've got a happy birthday today as well. There we go. This was put up by the club.
Hugo's birthday.
So happy birthday. Yeah. So there we go.
53 today. He looks well on 53, mind.
It certainly does. He certainly does. Well, I say a fantastic win at the weekend and a little bit of history made. You must be quite proud.
Oh, massively so, yeah. I think, obviously, the FA Cup, you don't need to say anything more about the FA Cup. So the fact that we've progressed to this stage for the first time in the history is just massive. And you couldn't wish to do it with a better group of players.
Yeah. Definitely, and of course it was against Hartlepool as well. So it's, against good opposition, got yourselves through. And is it Alnwick you've got at home in the next round?
Yeah, Alnwick at home in a couple of weeks' time. So obviously focuses on the next game away at Wallsend, but after that that'll shift onto the home game against Alnwick, which will be massive for us, massive for the club.
I see that there's Mickey in the background looking absolutely gorgeous in there. So is Trina. Look at them. They're getting in amongst the action
What's
shots.
Mickey actually looking at?
Well, that's what I said.
He asked me, and to be honest, I think it was to be the helicopter or something flying. I don't know. But,
everyone's looking up, actually.
I say we were talking about fashion. Obviously, Gilles is there, but look at Mickey wearing a hat on a hat. There's not many people that can pull that look off.
Is he actually?
He is. He's wearing a hat.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why I do it as well. And
how well then?
It gets absolutely freezing up there, which Carl will tell you. And I put that on to keep me ears warm, but it also the sun comes in on a funny angle as well. So I use the peak so I can see the game with the sunshine going in my eyes.
Yeah. I say big thank you to Charles Waff as well for those fantastic photos from Sunday's game. Sorry, but yeah, it's all good. But say obviously you've had a few people changing personnel throughout the team. Happens at every football club at every level. As I say, you must be happy with the obviously losing a few players and then being able to establish yourselves in the next round of the cup. With some new faces.
Yeah, I think it's always, everything's always moving on and always evolving, and I think it's dealing with that as it happens. So we have had a bit of a change over lately, and best of luck to the girls who've sort of moved on, and we've recruited quite well in the meantime, and we just move on, and we've had a really good run of form, and I think it says it all. I think especially on Sunday there was a spell in that game. Mickey will tell you there was a 10-minute spell where we'll come under some real pressure. I feel like we controlled the game for most of the game, but you're never going to control a full game. And there was a 10-minute spell where we had to be really resilient, backs to the wall, bodies on the line. And I think that's where your team spirit comes in, and everybody fighting for each other. And I think that's what got me through that 10-minute spell. The together we've got.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Oh, Mr. Luke's put new fashion style. I see. I don't know if he's talking about Mickey with a hat, but do you think you might? I mean, we're talking about superstitions before, Carl. Could you see yourself employing the hat on hat tactic for the next round of the FA Cup?
No. I have. I tell you what, I have been wearing. No, I have been wearing me specs for the last few pictures.
Right.
Yeah, we're gone.
Well, how good at Anik? I know they're division higher, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very good. Very, very, very good.
Right.
Yeah.
But tough game.
Third in the Premier.
Oh.
So, obviously Hartlepool, they're in the same league that Hartlepool are. Who would just beat, but they're very good. But I think on our day, if we get everything right on our end, I think we can compete and with most.
We've got a question for you about the number 15 shirt behind you. Is it Luke Williams?
It is, yeah. So we if I just move the camera, you'll be able to see it. So we sponsored, and that's Wern's there.
Yeah.
My company, so me and Hugo run a company called Ballers Den Football Academy, and we've sponsored Busted the last few seasons. Thankfully, we didn't sponsor him this season, like.
Liv Weldon did, bless her.
Yeah. But yeah, so you get something as a sponsor at the end.
Yeah.
And obviously the club would give a player shirt rather than like kind of Busted training top or whatever. So the first season we sponsored, we got Luke Williams, and last season we got Wern. So
fantastic.
Yeah,
I see messages coming in. People saying hi, Carl. Ladies' game was really good to watch as always. The lasses played some good football. That's high praise. Darcy has put hi, Carl.
Oh.
They're all coming in. I say, how's it going in the league so far? And Mickey's been keeping up to date, but whereabouts are you sitting at the moment?
Yeah, so we've won 2, drew 1, lost 1. The game we lost was to Sunderland's under 23s, who are full of just young, amazing players. I think they've got like the England under 17 captain, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So we lost to those. I think we lost 4-1. In what I thought was a close game. Since then, they've been beating everybody 12-0, 10-0, 14-0.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was with defeat, and then with two wins were really impressive, and we got a draw, sort of in a game when we were kind of up against it as well, which was a massive point gain. So on the whole of it, we've done well. We've had a good start over the 4 games, with running it alongside the cup as well.
Yeah. That's just to say.
Enjoy to watch, and to go back to Sunday. It was a good crowd there, and I want to call.
Yeah, I think there was. I didn't really notice it at the time, but I've watched the game back like 3 times on the VO footage, doing analysis of it, and that camera points like towards the crowd, so you can see people who were there. And I was just shocked when I looked at it and saw how many people were there. And then I think there was a guy. I just as the full-time whistle went. Did you just hear something? I just heard a guy say, "Well, I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'll definitely be back." And I thought, "Oh, what a really good thing that is to hear," because I'd imagine it's his first time he's come with a friend or whoever, and the girls have obviously done enough for him to come back.
Yeah,
Paul. It was
right.
Actually, Hodgie. It was the first time he'd come down. I'd been trying to get him to come down, and he came down. He thoroughly enjoyed it. So I think everybody did. It was. I mean, we had a fair few of the lasses' families there. I mean, Lily and Molly had family. Lily's family travelled down from Liverpool in the morning. Molly's family come from Huddersfield just to watch the game. We had Holly O's family at Stockton. So it's great to see all the families there, and hopefully we can get them all back for the next round as well. And,
I think so.
Yeah,
I think Lily's surprised her. I don't know if you know, Mickey. She walked out of the stadium from the changing room, and her mum and dad were outside. They drove up from Liverpool to surprise her. And Lily, being a tough little scouse as she is, I was like, what were you like? Because I would have been in bits. She was like, no, sound. If I was a player, I would have threw us off the game. I would have been fanning my eyes a lot, But Lily was like,
well, it was quite funny because they come up to Stuart's little shop that gets up on a match day, and Lily's mum says, "Can I buy a can of Coke?" And I says, "Are you Lily's family by any chance?" She went, "Yeah." I says, "I wonder." He says, "How did you know that?" I says, "Well, the accent for a start."
Yeah. So what what's the attendance like for the lasses at home at the minute? So what do you think we're getting near?
Mickey's the guy for that.
I don't know. I would say that going away, there's normally about 20 or 30 away. Follow most of the games, isn't it, Carl?
Yeah, the hardcore.
And I would say it was close to about 150 there on Saturday, because Hartlepool on Sunday, because Hartlepool put a few up as well.
Well, Mr. Lucas sent a message. He thinks he's the Rock because he can smell something. He isn't smelling what's cooking, but he goes, "I'm smelling a cup run for both teams here." So,
I mean, we have got a tough task because the friendly we had up at Alnwick earlier in the season didn't really show our better side.
Yeah,
and I think we'll give them a much better game this time.
When's the game?
2 weeks on Sunday.
2 weeks of Sunday.
Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Well, you know how I like a pun, but our next guest is here to save the day. Hello, Carly.
Hello.
Straight away, before we go any further, England's number one. I do that every weekend. She goes scarlet every weekend. It's great.
It could be worse. He's shouted a lot worse things at goalkeepers over the years.
I'm scared of Carly.
Yeah. I say, welcome back to the show, Carly. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, all the better for seeing you, because these two are awful company. Carl's been all right, but you've come to raise the show. Is this your 4th season now with the Heat?
Yes. Yeah.
So you must be the longest serving player now, are you?
Oh. Yeah, I'm one of the only ones that's been there since the start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Live.
Yeah. Can I get rid of you?
Yeah. I think Carly and Livy have probably made the most appearances for the team.
Yeah.
Carly, did you enjoy Sunday?
Yeah, 100%.
Good win.
Yeah, like really.
As a
good
keeper, do you celebrate? You know, when we're scoring the goals, like, you're like, yes.
Do you know what it is? Oh. I'm like everyone goes to celebrate in the other side of the box where the obviously where the other keeper is, and I'm just stood in my little box by myself, just clapping like so. I've got to run all the way back. I've got to run all the way back to the top again. I'll probably get lobbed or something on the way back. So.
Excellent.
Well, Charles said he had an amazing game on Sunday, and Stu said he's devastated he's going to miss the Lass's next cup game because he's going down to Yeovil, and that's a hell of a trek. But I you know what it is? I'm going to have a look. I don't know because
the same weekend
celebrating now. I was just wondering if you were up in these photos, but you mentioned that you weren't going to do it in case you got lobbed. I thought she isn't there. But Carly, we did notice Mickey was wearing a hat on a hat. Can I have your thoughts on that, please?
Well, it depends, I guess. If it was cold, but I think the weather was all right on Sunday. It wasn't that cold.
Mickey, you're letting the side down, son.
It's okay. I can take the criticism. let's go back a couple of weeks' time and let's hear about Carly sending off.
Oh, Carly.
Oh, yeah, come on. That's a bit steep.
No, there's a funny side of it.
Hey, I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't hurt anyone, so that's a positive.
No.
Come on, tell her. We've got you on.
Tell us story then, Carly. Come on.
Okay, so who was it? It was against Norton Stockton, wasn't it? Yeah. And I came out. The pitch was awful. Very muddy, slippy. I came out. It was 1v1. I slid. And when I've slid, my arms come over my face. So I've literally, the ball just hit off my hand, the handball. And as soon as I done it, I literally crapped myself. I was like, I didn't even mean to do it.
Yeah, just a reaction.
It was harsh. It was really harsh.
Because I was already on the floor when it hit, but handball's a handball.
It is.
Do you want to tell them what you were saying about when Sharpie was pulling all the saves off?
I was about to lose my job.
Sharpie pulled the save up and Carly said, all right, Sharpie, you've proved something. Don't go overboard.
But I was going to get dropped.
And we've got a message here. How's Carly's injury from Sunday? Looked horrific.
It's. I've got a really bad astral burn. It's not looking great, but it's healing. But it's not pretty to look at.
Yeah.
It's. Let's just say it's from maximus glutamus down to the back of our thigh.
Yeah.
Oh, my word. Oh, yeah.
It's not in a nice place, and it's not. It doesn't look great.
No.
Considering Hartlepool said you're not very good with your hands, you done all right on Sunday, didn't you?
Yeah. Obviously, I was getting warmed up with Lily and goal with Rusty. One of the players, Sharpie, came up to us and was like, "Oh yeah, I think they're just trying to get in my head, but it doesn't really work." So, saying that I couldn't catch a ball, so I proved them wrong. Went wrong on Sunday.
Well, I think we've been given been sent a photo by Charles, so I'm going to see if I can get it up for you. I think it must be of you that what he sent us, so I'll get that on. So, but Mickey, obviously you've got more questions. Oh, this is a fantastic shot. This get this saved. But Mickey, I'll let you.
Are you nervous about what you're about to see?
No, first thing I'm going to do is completely embarrass her. Because I think Carly is the best goalkeeper in our league by a mile. And I think there's clubs in the Premier Division would love Carly as well.
Wow.
And I think
Mickey, that'll do me.
I know, I was thinking that as well.
Mickey, are you on a like are you getting a percentage here? Like, are you trying to
No. Carly, do I tell you this all the time?
Yeah, he tells me this every single Sunday.
No, but doing I'm public with it, otherwise people will start watching.
Man City come call and then I'll have to leave. Sorry, Carl, but
I'll let you have that one.
We only said that Carly was playing for Gateshead because she couldn't be bothered to go to the World Cup, and so she just let Mary Earp go instead.
Have you become a football agent, Mickey?
I know.
Hey, I'm playing hobby, for God's sake.
Hang on. He's a man of many.
He's a man of many talents, you're going to say, Davey.
He's a man of many hats.
Hey.
That's see. I knew I'd get it in somewhere. I'm trying to find this picture. It's not appearing.
Come on, we need to see this picture. You're building this picture up now.
Well, you're looking for that picture. Can I just mention about Charlie as well? Like, who comes to all the games and takes the pictures, and he started coming to the away games as well.
Oh,
like,
wow.
Anybody who knows about them 3G pictures, even on the best day ever, you'll walk up to them 3Gs, and it's well, you need to wear two hats, don't you, Mickey? Basically, like it's that cold. The minging, and Charlie's up there, stationary, stood getting the best shots. When other people are trying to keep warm and whatnot, and are able to run around. But he's just a massive part of the team as well. And like us and the lasses, like couldn't appreciate him more for everything he does. And when his photos dropped the very next day on the morning, like everyone's so pleased to get them and share them online and stuff. So I just wanted to let people know that he's amazing. Like.
Mickey, don't go try and get rid of her. Charlie, if you could email us the picture, it won't come through.
I'll tell you what else has come up. Really, the lasses seem to appreciate as well. Carl, you might be able to extend it. The oranges Stuart started bringing.
Massive, like this. It's such a little family, isn't it? Like the team's so much more than the players and the sort of coach and stuff. Because like yourself, Mickey, like I don't think you've missed a game, and then like in Trina and Stuart's been coming along. Obviously, Harry comes as well. Stuart brings the oranges. Harry dishes them out. And we actually done a psychology session about a month ago, and it was with the first team's psychologist who put on a workshop for it. And the oranges got a mention, didn't they, Carly, about how the morale and how a little thing like that on a game day made like a big difference. So it's really good. There's something special there, and we want to keep building on it.
The one thing we've got to do is, because every week I hear the same thing from Livy Black, I'm starving. I think we're going to have a half-time buffet for her. Move the oranges. Because the poor lasses are always starving.
We're talking about coaching. You might see the message on there. Rusty has put it's the keeper training. He's trying to take a little bit of credit here. So MK Dons is calling Carly. So we've had enough of them. And Carly, who was your inspiration growing up as a goalkeeper? Who inspired you? Well, I don't know if it's just a goalkeeper, but who inspired you? Either ladies or men's game.
Men's, it was Joe Hart. Ladies, there was two. There was Carly Telford, and there was Karen Bardsley.
Ah.
Three goalkeepers there, mate.
What's going on here? Well, you've sent
the first interview we had with you, Carly, where you said you were going to try the Cruyff turn.
Yeah, I'm not allowed to do them. We don't talk about that.
I was going to say, don't mention you're going to try it with the gaffer sitting.
No, I don't do them anymore.
Unfortunately, the file that Charlie sent is way too big. If you can crop it down for us, we'll get it up. It's a good action shot, Carly. You look honestly, you look majestic.
You need a JPEG, David, eh?
Yeah, it needs to be. What's
been your favourite game then, Carly?
This season?
Over all of them.
Ooh. It's got to be the FA Cup games. I don't think you can get any better than them.
Yeah.
The FA Cup is obviously known for what it is. I even said this at the weekend to some of the girls. I was like, if we want to win any games, it will be the FA Cup games that we like, where it will mean more than anything.
Carly, are you quite mouthy to your defenders? Do you shout at your defenders?
Well, sometimes yes and no. I'm not one of them who constantly goes on at them because I know how it feels. But yeah. I think I do say stuff when I need to. Yeah,
good stuff.
Right, let's hopefully this is the one that's going to work this time. All right, so we'll save that and then I'll try and upload it. And then this much anticipated photo. I don't ever wanted one as much here. Right, so is this one going to work? Yes, it's uploading. You've got a lot of files. Each brand is limited to 100. Oh, so I'm going to have to delete some. So hang on one second.
So
Dave's having a mini crisis by the sounds of it.
Free weekend this weekend, haven't we?
Dave, have you had your medication today?
No, I haven't. It's just one of them days. But we're getting there. Right, let's see if it works.
This weekend, and with chaps.
Yeah. There's no game put in this weekend.
Boom! There we go.
Oh, look at that!
I was expecting worse.
That's a good shot, that man.
I'm not being funny, but look, you've got an action shot. You've got the ponytail in mid-flow. The arms are out. It's showing you majestic, the agileness. It's all there, and also as well, Carly. Can I just say, look at the blacked out boots. That's proper. That it's not nothing too flash. You just play the game. The game doesn't play you.
Yeah.
Unlike Mickey. Yeah. You can put what is in the next game. I don't know if Carl will be on board with this, but with Mickey doing the two hats, what about 2 pairs of gloves?
So you got a brand new pair of gloves that for Norton and Stockton agents and lasted 18 minutes.
Oh, hey, you know where it is, right? Look there, we've got the photos here. Look, we've got drum roll, please, Captain Carly, cracking shot, and then one second, I'm just going to put the picture back up because there's always one, isn't there? Right, you got that there, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
And then Steve Farnfield has put it's going wide.
Wow. How is Steve, man?
It's very much not. That was coming in from the left wing.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a tight angle. That's a tight angle. See that?
You can't take the chances on that one. And our Stevie played in goal as well, but
yeah,
get away, Steve, man.
Cat-like reactions. No, it's not. It's Carly the fish. Obviously, classic name Sam and everybody. So she's got them lightning reactions, and Carly is also a good captain. Let's see, typical woman, very vocal. God, Jesus, Charlie, they're going to be cracking balls of you in the warm up now.
Did you honestly say that?
Yes, he did. I just seen the beginning bit of it. Yeah. And someone's saying you should have caught it as well. There's always a critic out there, isn't there? Let's see them do it. But I'll say, Carl and Carly, thank you very much for joining us. We're going to say we have to love yous and leave yous, and we're going to get on to previewing the game on Saturday. But as I say, good luck in the next round of the Cup, and hopefully we can get you back on to be talking about the next round.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem.
Good luck.
Pleasure having you on, guys.
Yeah,
cheers.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye. There we go. Fantastic to have Carl and Carly on there. And we've got the rest.
Carly sees us next as well.
Deserved a clean sheet on Sunday, did Carly? Yeah. We've got played in goal for 15 years, so I know what I'm talking about. Mind, I'm picking it up the back of the net. So yeah, at least he's honest. He would have mucked up on that one.
Where the shot come in from, it was bending in towards goal. You cannot really see it on there.
You can see it. You can. It was.
You can see it. You can see it's coming in, not going. Yeah.
It's only because he's got nothing else to moan about. He had to pick fault, didn't he? Mr.
Steve's always got something to moan about, man.
Well,
yes.
Bless him. If you had 30 years of skid marks holding your underpants together. And you would be grumpy, wouldn't you? Because that's not going to be soft to sit on.
Lovely. It's a lovely picture.
Where is the league table? Where is it? It's not there.
It's circling around. There we go.
There we go. There's the league table. Gateshead sitting in 8th, just outside of the.
Is it me, or is a massive white space in the middle of that league table?
Yeah, there is. Yeah, it's the way it's spaced out. But obviously, I know it's a bit small on the screen, but we're sitting with a game in hand on the teams above us. We're only
that game in hand's away to Chesterfield.
Yeah,
nice easy one.
You get facts in the way of a good story. Obviously, the games, the teams above us, the Altrincham are playing Oldham. Halifax, York, which is a tough one, and Aldershot are playing Dorking. So if we can, do our thing against Fylde, but they picked up a good win against Oldham midweek. Win.
Now, come on, lads. Now behave. One of them, the biggest team in the league, shouldn't be losing to teams like that.
They were just a bit unhappy, Mickey. That's all it was. They got beat 3-0, and they just were not very happy.
It's called bitterness, but if Gateshead a point, I can't see all 3 of them teams above us winning. There's some tough games there. The derby game for Halifax. Well, 2 derby games, really. Altrincham against Oldham's a bit of a derby game, isn't it?
Well, I think, isn't it right across the league? It's like Boxing Days come early.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? So it's going to be one of them games where we know we're going to have to be at our best. And it's the first home game of the Elliot era. Obviously, the process 2.0. And I'm sure the lads will be wanting to get it off to a good start for the new gaffer. I mean, they certainly showed they can turn up in the second half there against Rochdale midweek, and you would hope that we can start like we finished that game and get off to a flyer.
Yeah, I mean, let's get one thing straight here. Fylde's up there with Halifax, aren't they, for wins against. For us, a bit of a bogey side again.
Yeah.
Either scores or he sets at least one up.
Yeah.
So I watched their goals today as well against Oldham. And I can't for the life of us say the lad who scored the 2 goals, his name.
Yeah.
Got some good players up there. And Horton, he's one of them players. He must be getting on a canny bit now, but he's one of them players I would always love to have seen in a Gateshead shirt. Yeah,
he's some guys where hopefully the Gateshead Stadium pitch looked a bit cut up from the match on Wednesday. Hopefully it holds up for Saturday. Of course, been a lot of rain lately, and Sunday there's the Newcastle Ladies game on Sunday as well at Gateshead Stadium. And I was worried about Chesterfield, not Steve Farnfield, of course. He's got them lucky skid mark underpants.
Mr. Positivity, he's happy with Chesterfield.
Although he doesn't call it a skid mark, he calls it a lion's face. Need to get back into.
He's got that many skid marks on it. It's went from skid mark to crash, really, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Moving on.
need to get back in the playoffs on Saturday. Look, it's a marathon, not a sprint, but it'd be nice to get back in there and try and stay there, wouldn't it? As Neil, a photographer, used to say when we used to, it's a cool double glove. So yeah, Mickey, I mean, you're setting off a fashion. I mean, it could take the world by storm. The double hat.
It was just, I'm not used to being up there, Davey. Honest lads, it gets absolutely numb because the wind blows a hoolie up there, and you get cold really quick. But with the time the kick off and in the winter sun, if you're looking one way, you cannot see. So I need to keep my ears warm. And if I need to see, so I put a peak cap on and I just put my woolly hat on.
It makes sense, Mickey. Makes sense.
Well, it does make sense.
No. You could go for a deer stalker, and that would cover both sides. You could cover your ears and have a little tip.
I've got one, Mickey.
A little tip. Well, moving on from Davey's little tip. Looking forward to backing Rob and the boys on Saturday.
Yeah.
Had a home game. It certainly has. Be nice to get that.
I think for once we'll actually feel like we're going to beat Fylde. I do anyway.
I never go into the ground that I never expect the expected, because I've watched Gateshead. We've watched Gateshead for too long.
That's very true, Mickey. It's very true.
Patrick's story said I don't think we should fear anyone in the league. I agree with that. We've got to go into it ourselves. People sending in their predictions already, so we won't get them in. What your predictions are for Saturday? Patrick's story. Will there be commentary on Saturday? There will be. Mark, so I'll be listening from Bordeaux Airport, listening in. Mark's going to New York, so I haven't got Mark. We'll put some feelers out to see if we can get Robbie Tinkler, because obviously he won't be involved in the match day squad. So hopefully we can get in. There's Mickey showing his magic fingers.
Swearing on there.
No, I don't want you swearing on there. Oldham losing again made me laugh. Yeah, it's one of them things. You can always get a hot drink now, Mickey. So yes, warm up. Liv is going 3-1. So if you want to get your predictions in, I'll get the lads to give their predictions. I'll put mine as well.
Stuart does a cracking job on the ladies' match day with his little tuck shop. It's class.
Oh, fantastic. We've got
what you fancying, lads? What you fancying on Saturday?
Well, look,
I'm going 2-1.
There's a lot of people fancying 3-0 and 3-1.
I'm going 2-0. Do you guess it?
Oh, I'm going to go for 4-0. I'm feeling. I think
he's feeling good. The vibes.
We're going to put a statement out. Denanga double. I think there'll be another Hannon worldie, and then I think Grayson's going to have a tap in and a stumble in the box with a corner. So I'm being very specific there. Steve Fonfield, of course, is going 2-2. You can't be too positive. So Darcy has went 4-0. Stuart Allen 3-1. 4-0. Trina's went 4-0. There you go. It's nailed on. Everyone get your money.
4 and 3s, no?
Trina's not there. She's in Edinburgh on Saturday.
Oh, is she on a girls' trip? Is she?
No, she's going up to Edinburgh University with her daughter.
Well, that should be all right. Story goals. Someone saying they were going 2-0. Says Louise.
Hey, how long's Tinks up, by the way, for? Any idea?
I think they're waiting to see the.
But you're looking probably at least 3 to 4 weeks, aren't you?
I think they want. Yeah, I think they want to see how the inflammation settles and what damage has been done behind, in case he's ripped ligaments or anything like that. I imagine it's still probably quite painful. So hopefully it's on the mend. Don't want to rush him back. No. Someone's saying story goal. Sean Parry just wants to see the world burn. He's put 3-1 win with Mickey on commentary. Denanga, as other commentators keep saying, Deninga,
Deninga.
I'm sorry I couldn't change it. I was at the game.
Yeah, you didn't. That's right.
He's normally doing it, but look, the Rob era Elliot has begun, and there's definitely positives there. I think it's still the club, it's still the squad that we've been, loving watching of late, and if that second half performance is anything to go by, I think it's
business as usual.
There you go. There's the best words there. And Cow Daly's, I think we will lose if Mickey's on commentary. If Mickey is not,
to be honest, Mike,
is that a superstition?
It is. Sorry, we'll need to soak the kegs before Saturday. So thank you. Good night, all. Hopefully they don't fall apart. You know what it is? I bet they're like a bath bomb when he puts them in the kitchen sink. On that note, take the dishes out though. Take the dishes out before you put the underpants in. Look like someone's dropped the chicken korma in there. On that note, everybody, as I say, if you see Steve Farnfield, give him a thumbs up and shout Lion's face. That's it. We're gonna have that's what we need next. Lion bears, Farnfield Lion bears.
A dirty wife runs on. Classic.
You know he's going to hit us on Saturday. Anyway, everyone, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much. Oh my God. The kegs are taking. I need a picture of these kegs. It can't be as bad as what my mind's conjuring up.
We don't need to see that. We don't need to see that.
If he does send a picture in, we need to see front and back, but everything tucked in. Right? So there we go. On that note, so
high glow front.
Yeah, to the Walden girls, sleep well. On that note, everybody, we're going to say good night and thank you for joining us.
Good night, everybody.
We'll see you next week, and the week after that, it's the 400th show. Remember, come along. We're going to be pushing that next week. We'll talk about all the prizes and what we're going to do on the night. Mickey's been putting out feelers to get people to come down to do different things, and it's shaping up to be an absolute belter. So big thank you to everyone. And so we've got there. We'll go look at that. We've got it was a pleasure, gents, as always. Enjoy Saturday. And Trina says good night, all. So bye, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Love you all.
Oh, can you imagine the smell of Farnfield's kegs?